Perfect. Is there anyone not able to hear me or not see me? Can just some guys can confirm maybe by raising their hand that the screen is visible and you can hear me? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So yeah, thank you very much for joining my time, guys. Just 1 second, somebody's messaging me on WhatsApp that they are not able to join. I think they are using the wrong link, I believe. Yeah, never mind. They will join. Okay, guys. So this is the third session. I hope you have been doing the homework and I hope you have been learning something. Attending the sessions without doing any homework is not the best use of your time. Okay, so these sessions work only if you do. At least you have to, like at least revise the slides or maybe watch the recordings once. Okay, I'm not saying this just because, the number of hours goes up on my channel. It's for you, right? Maybe you can revise using someone else's channel, but revise something. All right, this is the agenda. You all have seen this because I sent it today in the morning before 10, so I don't have to go over it. Disclaimer, to those. So I think by now you should know the German alphabets. So the test is if I tomorrow at 4 a.m. in the morning I come to your house and I throw cold water on your face while you are in deep sleep, and I ask you to give me the alphabets, you should tell me like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. You should talk like this. German numbers you should know at least from 1 to 10, and then how to say 20, 30, 40. Okay, more we'll talk about today. Very quickly, guys, let's do a recap. How to greet someone. Anybody can mute themselves and just tell me like what all greetings are there, guys.
Hallo, guten Tag.
Yeah, that's it. What if I meet you in the morning?
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend is in the evening. Yes.
Good morning.
Yeah. What else?
Grüß Gott.
Sorry. Grüß Gott. Okay.
Grüß dich.
Yeah. What else?
Moin, moin.
Moin, moin. Grüß dich. Servus. Maybe in Bayern. Yeah. Kiran, you can talk. You don't need to raise your hand. I think your hand is still raised. Okay, guys, there is one more greeting. Okay, now these
Grüß.
are normal. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I said Grüß Sie.
Ich grüße Sie. Okay. Okay. So grüß dich, you can just say as it is, but when you say Sie, you have to use the subject. Ich grüße Sie. Now, so these are the normal greetings, right? But then as if you're already in Germany, you might like normally even in English, right? You don't say hi. Sometimes you just say everything all right. You just look at someone and you say all right. Everything all right. It's just a greeting. It's a greeting, and you're also asking like how is everything, right? So you can say alles gut. Alles gut. It's a question. Okay. It can also be an answer. Alles gut. What I'm trying to say, we'll talk more about this. What I'm trying to say is that there are greetings which the German teachers teach you, and there are greetings which you just have to learn on the street. Okay, so look for greetings that are used in your social or professional life. How to take leave from someone very quickly? Just unmute and tell me.
Bis bald, bis später.
Yeah. What else?
Tschüss.
Yes. Ciao.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Jetzt muss ich gehen.
That is the
Jetzt
same
muss
thing.
ich gehen.
Ciao, ciao.
Sorry. What else? Someone said.
Jetzt muss ich gehen.
No, that is not. I mean, that's a statement. Right? It's not a greeting, but it's correct. Jetzt muss ich gehen. Someone else said something in between. I think. Can you repeat?
Yeah, it's me. I said ciao, ciao.
Schönen Abend.
Guten Abend is so. It's a greeting, but you don't say guten Abend when you take leave from someone, right? Gute Nacht will be appropriate, right? Sorry.
Schönen Abend.
Schönen Abend noch, of course. Yeah, very good. Schönen
Schönen
Tag noch, right? Schönen Tag noch. Okay, that's it. Let's tell me
Bis
how.
morgen.
That's enough for now. Thank you very much. Let's tell me the basic thing that you need to follow when you are writing a simple sentences. So there are three ways to write a sentence. One can be a statement, one can be yes or no kind of question, and the other is W kind of question. What's the grammar behind them, guys? So
The verb should be in the second place.
For what?
Simple statement like ich gehe zum Park.
Yeah, it's correct. Yeah. Next one.
And also for Wayfragen,
By the way, just because this is A1, I
verb
don't
in
want to go
second.
into it. You say Ich gehe zum Park, right? When you say Ich gehe zum Park, this is what I'm thinking in my head. If I have a German brain, I mean, if I only understand German and not English, this is what I will think. You will go and you will stand in front of the park. You will not go inside, or maybe you are just walking in the direction of park. If you want to say I will be going inside the park, you have to say Ich gehe in and park. Okay? Just this is like B1, but just because you said so, I have to clear this out. So that is correct. Verb is at the second position in the form of a simple statement. What about yes or no kind of question? Guys, yes or no? How do you say are you stupid? How do I say? Or how are you uh, a student? How do I say? Or how do I say are you going to the park?
Student in do best do student in
Right, so the verb has to be at the first position, right? Again, in real life it does not matter. You can just say, you can say du bist ein Student. It's like, depends how you say it, right? You can say du bist ein Student. It's a question now. What about W word question, guys? Come on, guys, give me this example. Participate as much as you can. How do I say what are you? What did you eat? What are you doing? How do I say
What?
all these things?
Where?
Studierst
Was
studierst
Marx
du? Was
was
uh,
Marx do?
was machst du?
Right,
Something
right.
like that.
So the W word has to be at the first position, and after that you will have verb, and after that you will have noun or whatever else you want to have, right? Simple. Okay. Then you have personal pronouns. Remember this, guys, very quickly. Let me just choose someone. Please raise your hand if you want to participate. Anyone, just please. Yeah, go ahead, Kiran. So let's play this game. How do I say I? Very quickly, let's play this game. Kiran, unmute yourself. IR Kiran. Ish. How do I say we?
Wir,
Yeah.
Yeah. How do I say he?
er,
Air. How do I say she? Very quickly, guys. This should be obvious. I mean, the test. So,
Z.
ish, via, air, z. How do I say it?
in,
L Z S
S.
s,
Right.
S
How do I say they? They. Third party plural.
z,
Z captain.
No, it's small. Okay, small.
not required capital.
Only time it is capital is I will tell you. So how do I say like you? Like let's say I'm talking to just one of you, and I want to be informal with you. I can be informal with you. Which pronoun do I have to use?
Do,
Do. And if I
Do.
want to be formal with you?
C.
Okay,
z capital S,
correct.
Yeah.
Now let's say if I'm talking to two of you, or let's say more than, let's say I'm talking to all of you, right? And I don't want to be formal with you. Which, what is the pronoun?
Yeah.
here,
Yeah. If I want to be formal with you,
z capital
right.
S,
Right. So remember, is only capital when you are talking directly, and formal, also always formal, and singular plural doesn't matter. How to say a few things about yourself? This was part of your homework. If not, things like very. I asked you to like use Chat GPT or whatever deep translate. Just write a few things about yourself. Mug it up. Grammar is important, but I will come to that very quickly, guys. Let's do this test. Let's see if you are actually doing what I'm trying. So, how do you say to greet in German? What is the German verb for to greet?
Gruß.
Grüßen.
Uh,
Grüßen,
every German verb, almost every verb ends with N. So whenever I ask for a verb, so grüßen or begrüßen. Okay.
Grüßen.
Okay.
Begrüßen.
Now, how do you say to take leave? How to take leave, guys? Come on, this was on the slide in the first or second session. Anyone? Something with fair? ending with Schieden. Guys,
Verabschieden.
correct. Ask,
Frage. Fragen.
write,
Schreiben.
correct. How do you say count?
Zahlen.
Zahlen.
Is there someone who thinks Zahlen is not correct?
Maybe
Zahlen
the
is
pronunciation Zählen.
It's Zählen, it's A umlaut, okay? Yeah. So Zählen. How to say?
Sagen.
Correct. Guys, what I'm doing is, so, like, this is just one app, right? So throughout the day, you should have Leo app on your phone, whatever app you use. And you should, everything that is a part of your life, look for the German verb. Don't try to, write this on a paper. Just see if you can, if you can store it somewhere in your brain unconsciously, just try to read as much as you can and look for German verbs and, just focus on your life, no need to buy a German vocabulary book. You have Leo and you have your brain. You can just store everything over there. Thank you very much. Here are the answers. A few more. So, how do you say someone? You say jemand. You don't have to remember all of this, but if you know, it's fine. So, how do you say jemand? It's sorry, someone. You say jemand. How do you say how? You say we. How do you say things? To say a few things, you should say dinge. Okay, or Zaken, Dinge or Zaken. Okay, and the correct verb to say to take leave is sich verabschieden. What is sich? Don't worry, we'll go through it in A2. Not important right now. Let's see what you must learn today, guys. Now pay attention. Be very careful. Try to interrupt at any point. No need to raise a hand, unmute, and ask if you have any question. So you will learn which articles are used in German language. This is very basic, and this bothers many people. After like 2-3 years, they think it is very this is why they stop learning German. But it's not that difficult. There are just three. Okay, and then so in English we have the, right, and we have a. That's all. So in English we have the as an article. For example, the sun, a man, an apple. That's it, right? Then we will look at verbs, and you can categorize verbs into many categories, but we'll focus on regular, irregular, and later I will tell you like how important this is. So it's very important when you are a beginner. Later it's not so important. So I mean, do you have like no one is ever going to ask you like the verb that you said, whether it is regular or irregular. It doesn't matter, but in the beginning it's important. It helps you in certain ways, at least in A1. Then we'll look at how to give instructions, or anger management. Like, I'll tell you why I call it anger management. It's just for fun, I call it, and we'll see how you can do it. Okay. Let's start, guys. In German you have like basically three articles: der, die, and das. Some of you may already know. So there is used for masculine nouns, the is used for feminine nouns, thus is used for neutral nouns. Now, for example, in English we don't have this, right? In English we just have the. We don't have. There is no way to. If I just say the sun, you don't know whether I'm saying like the sun is masculine, feminine, or neutral. But German has this, and if you think German is bad, then I believe most of you have a language which is your mother tongue and which is not English, and you also have this in your language, right? So don't just blame German for it. Okay, so it's there in your mother tongue as well. Now then you have the again, so this is for plural. Okay, now what are these things that I have mentioned over here? So in the beginning it helps, so these are the endings. So whenever you see a noun ending with or ling or ig or any of these, you can take a guess and you will be like 90% or 99% right that it is a masculine article. It is a masculine noun. If you see endings like ong, ie, ei, keit, you can take a guess and it will be right most of the times that it's feminine. And similarly over here, there will be exceptions, right? For example, how do you say egg in German? How do you say egg in German, guys? Egg.
I.
Das.
Eier.
What do you
Das
think?
I.
Whether it is there, the, or das?
Das I.
Right. So here,
Yeah.
right. So here you see the
Yeah.
exception, right? So even I said, so, but I mean not an exception, but only the ending has to be ei, right? But ei is one word, right? Das I. So be careful. Okay, what I'm trying to say. So use these hints, but don't depend on them. Like all the time. Okay, let's look at some examples. Any questions, guys? Okay, these are called as definite articles. No one is ever going to ask you, but just so you know, these are called as definite articles. In German, we call them bestimmte Artikel. You know, so you will also look at indefinite articles. Okay. Now for feminine, like plural, it's always the. So, for example, let's look at some examples. Right? Can someone please mute yourself if you're not talking? There is an echo.
నేను ప్రింట్ చేసుకొచ్చిన పేపర్స్ ఉండాలి ఇవి.
I think we can hear you. Can you mute yourself? Srinivasan, can you? Okay, perfect. Anyone wants to read these words for me? Anyone wants to read these words for me? Please
Yeah.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Veena.
Ventilator.
No, try to read. So you know the alphabets, right? So
Yeah.
A is R, right? It's not A. In German, it's R, right? So ventilator.
Ventilator. Okay.
No, not
Is it
Factor.
O. Sorry.
ventilator or ventilator?
So V is an exception. Okay, so you just say it like V, but when you are like, if someone is asking you, like, if for example Veena's name, right? If she calls customer care and if they ask her to, like, spell her name, then she will say Vaana. But here it's like when you are reading it in the word, it's V. Okay. Now, so
Yeah.
ventilator. Does that answer your question?
Ye- Yes, Rohit, Veena here. I have a question. When to say, like, there are like some words are starting with "f," right? Sometimes we need to tell it as a "f." So when to say "we" and is there any rule or is
Mostly
it?
whenever it's like it's V. Like most of the times, you can take if you had to take a guess, you just go with V.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the alphabet is FAU. If I ask you to spell this for
Mm-hmm.
me, you will say FAU A N T.
Yeah.
But I hope
Yeah.
you get the right. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Got it. Bookstable. Yeah.
Because for example,
Fact.
for is, yeah, you're right. So the word for, yeah, there you have to say for. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Factor.
Factor. Ah, it's ah. Open your
Factor.
mouth. Yeah.
Factor.
Yeah. Then
Sch- Schmetterling.
okay. When you read there with, so their ventilator, their factor. So you when you
Mm-hmm.
right, when she's reading, pay attention, right? So I say OR and the ending is OR. Then I say
Okay.
LING and the ending is LING. Go ahead, Veena.
Their Schmetterling.
Yeah.
Their Fruhling.
Yeah.
Their Konig. Konish or Konig.
Depends on your city. So I think in NRW we say G. Yeah, I think in Bayern some people, or no, it depends. I mean, it depends on your city, on your locality. If you ask me, I will say Kyonish.
In Bayern, it's a
Konish.
Koenig.
Okay. Yeah.
Koenig. Hey, Koenig.
Yeah. Go
In
ahead.
Hamburg also they'll say yeah.
Yeah, just go
Konish.
go with your city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honish. And Kofig.
Use the
Cofish.
article, please. There.
They
Kyonish.
Cofish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their Essish.
Yeah.
Their Optimismus.
Optimismus. Read. So German language,
Optimism.
you don't have to guess. You just
Uh-huh.
read exactly. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
it's yeah. Go ahead.
Their Optimismus. Their capitalismus. They
Capitalismus. Ah.
uh, capitalismus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their sarcasmus.
Sarcasmus, not ser. Sarcasm.
Yeah.
Ah. Open your mouth. Yeah.
Sarcasmus.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Their teffish.
Yeah.
Their berish.
No. Whenever you have, so let's,
Birish. Okay.
yeah, correct. Go ahead.
Their birish. Their elephant. Their leferant.
Lieferant.
Leferant. Okay. Their leferant. Their diamant.
Yeah.
Their artist.
Yeah.
Their specialist.
Specialist. Yeah.
Specialist.
Yeah.
Their friseur.
Yeah, so here, right, I think it's only, I mean, here is an exception. There are verbs which you have to say, and then, so it's called friseur. Uh, I think it's comes from, I think it's French or something, maybe someone, I think it's French, but I think German also, it's friseur. Okay. So,
Mhm.
okay, go ahead.
their engineer,
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
their actioner,
Actionnaire. So
actioner. Okay.
how do you read this, right? So you start with a. Okay, you start with a, then ak. Okay, act, t, acti, action,
Oh,
action. Okay,
action.
so right,
Okay. Actioner. Yeah.
actionnaire. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Actioner. Okay. Their informatiker, their politiker, their techniker.
So we will look at when is ch k and when it is
Mm-hmm.
sh, but for now it's
Mm-hmm.
I think techniker. Okay,
Techniker. Okay.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, now that you decided to read Veena, please give me the meanings. So well, before you do that,
Okay.
I guess guys, it's clear, right? So I think I don't have to,
Mm-hmm.
So these ones are ending with or. These ones are ending with ling. These ones are ending with ig, right? Okay. Now, before I ask Veena to give me the meanings, you don't have to know all of these. Okay, these are important for my life. They may not be important for your life. You don't just learn the nouns that are important for your life. Okay. So now, Veena, please give me the meanings if you can.
Ventilator is like English ventilator or something fan.
It's fan. Yeah.
Fan.
Next.
Okay. Yeah. Factor is like I think it is also the same as
Correct.
English factor.
Yeah.
Factor of 5. Yeah. Schmetterling. I don't have idea what it is about.
I think someone will because there's a famous meme. What is Schmetterling, guys? Help Veena, please. Come on, no one knows what Schmetterling is. There are 30 guys in this call. Okay.
Is it
Butterfly.
butterfly?
Yeah, correct. Butterfly. What is Frühling, guys? Sorry, Veena, go ahead. It's your first chance. Yeah.
I think it is spring.
Yeah, even I have to
Fall.
think. Frühling is spring. Yeah, I believe. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You guys can check, but I
Yes.
think it's Frühling. Yeah. Next one.
Yes.
Yeah. The Konig is king.
Of course.
Cornish is king. Hanish is honey.
Hornish.
Uh,
Hornish. Yeah.
Hornish.
Yeah. Cake.
Hornish is honey.
Yeah.
Carfish.
A fish.
I don't have idea. Yeah.
Uh, if you have a pet, where will you keep it? If you have a parrot, where will you keep a parrot?
Cage, I
Correct.
think.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What is essish?
Essish. Yeah. Essish. Essen is food.
No,
Essish.
essish is. I have to check. I think this is something you add in your food. I think you add this in bread. I
So
think it's soda, right? Or what?
vinegar, vinegar, right?
Vinegar. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, guys, you don't have to know this. If you know, it's fine. Next one, please.
Optimismus.
Optimismus.
Yeah. Optimismus is something optimistic. I'm just taking a
Yeah,
guess.
that's correct.
Optimism.
Because
Optimism.
there's not much time, I'll just quickly ask, and anybody can give the answer. Thank you very much for participating. What is capitalismus, guys? Unmute and answer.
Capitalism.
Correct. Sarcasmus.
Sarcasm.
Tepish.
Carpet.
Piraish.
Area.
Elephant. I think it's obvious. Lieferant.
Delivery service.
Delivery.
Delivery
Deliverer.
guy.
Guy.
Or yeah, Lieferant in yeah. Okay, Diamant. I think you all know. Just it's obvious. This is obvious. Friseur. What is friseur?
Barber.
Hairstylist.
Hairstyler.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hairstylist or barber. I think this is obvious. What is actionnaire? Any guy, money guy in the call? What is actionnaire? No trader in the call. So actionnaire is stockbroker, I believe. If I'm not wrong, I think it's stockbroker. You can check. It has something to do with stock market. This is obvious. This is obvious. This is obvious. Let's look at this for D. Okay, guys, I'll do it for you. Or maybe you can just someone read and I'll give them, just read very quickly. Someone else wants to read? Apart from go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Rechnung,
Yeah.
Einladung,
Yeah. Quickly, as fast as you can.
Berechnung, Berechnung,
Yeah.
Entdeckung,
Yeah.
Erfahrung,
Yeah.
Zeitung,
Yeah.
Empfehlung,
Yeah.
Ernarum.
Yeah.
Ernarum.
No, A. So how do you read this A, guys? Or maybe you can tell me first, the one who is talking. How do you say read this umlaut?
Ah,
A.
E-
It's the air without the R part. Okay.
Ernarum.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct. Go ahead.
Uh, Garanti.
No. It's so.
Guarantee.
So this
Guarantee.
EI is IE is E. So it's guarantee.
The
Guarantee. Okay.
guarantee.
Should I?
Guarantee. Geography.
No.
Fantasy.
Geography.
Okay. Geography. Okay. Geography. Fantasy. Okay. Uh,
Fantastic.
next one is policy. Data.
Spelling is wrong. Polizei.
Yeah, correct. It's Polizei. Thank you very much for pointing it out.
Policy. Data. Conditor. Conditori. Conditori.
The conditorai.
The
Correct.
conditori.
Maybe I will, if you don't mind, I will let the other person read. I will also give
Yeah.
him a chance. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
The Höflichkeit.
yeah,
The Häufigkeit.
correct.
Die Freiheit.
Yeah,
Die Neuheit.
correct.
Die Sicherheit. Die Freundschaft. Die Gemeinschaft. Die Wirtschaft. Die Wissenschaft. Die Universität. Die Pubertät. Die Pubertät. Die Priorität. Die Fabrik. Die Musik. Die Technik. Die Statistik. Die Politik. Die Produktion. Die Funktion. Die Nation.
Correct. Okay, so guys, that was this. I mean, try to read everything that you can. Like pronunciation was really good. So very quick. I don't think I will go in the meetings. I'll just ask randomly if I think you should know something. What is Höflichkeit? So if you let's say you are coughing, or let's say that's me. I cannot think of a proper example. I'll use an example that no one. Häufigkeit. What is the inverse? If I what is 1 divided by time? What is in science? What is uh, like
Infinite.
no one like time
Number of
inverse
times like
Mathematics
frequency.
division.
frequency. Right? So Höflichkeit is frequency, but it's not like frequency in terms of science. It's just frequency. If you go to a doctor, they will
Number
ask
of
you, like,
times.
what is the frequency of your? I hope you know what I mean. So what is
Yeah.
Gemeinschaft?
Gathering.
It can mean many things. Gemeinschaft has something to do with community. Okay.
Commonality.
Sorry.
Commonality.
No,
Gemeinschaft.
commonality. Yeah. Gemeinschaft is something
Okay.
you
Like
can check.
union.
Huh? Sorry.
Union.
Yes, but not exactly. You can check for its meaning in Leo, but I think it has something to do with community. Wirtschaft. Anyone?
Which
You know. So for
business.
example. Sorry.
Wirtschaft. Business.
No. So what is happening to what is the one problem that we all are facing right now in the world, apart from why did interest rates go up? So there is a problem in the world, right? There is war and there is
Inflation.
Bureaucracy.
no, something else like economy.
Economy.
Okay. Wissenschaft.
Science.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, I hope this is obvious. I mean, so Produktion, Funktion, Nation, I think it's obvious. Fabrik, I think it's industry. Just check for it. Again, you don't have to know all of these. Sorry.
Fabric. Factory.
Yeah,
Factory.
factory. So you don't have to. These are important from my life. Okay, puberty maybe not anymore, but you have to know all of. Just learn words from your life. Okay, and you can use these in the beginning. If you learn a new verb. But what I will say is that just learn as just you don't like in your mother tongue. You don't have to don't have a list, right? Like if I use a word in your mother tongue, you will tell me, right? Okay, it's feminine, it's masculine, it's neutral. Similarly, develop that intuition, and it can be developed, this feeling that what is there, what is that. This comes with time, but it will happen. But in the beginning, you can use this list. The next one will not go through. But what I want to talk about is shen, right? You can take almost any word and add shun to it and make it neutrum. What do I mean by this? I had friends, now studying sometimes because they were a little bit taller than me. Like I'm not, so they used to say like, hey Rohit, shen was maksu. So when you say shen, it becomes small or it becomes cute. For example, if I have, let's say if I have a very if I have a like very if I have a laptop with 62 GBs of RAM and 1000 terabytes, and if I look at your laptop, it just has 4 GB RAM, I'll say, yeah, this is not a laptop, this is a laptop shin. You know what I'm trying to say? You can make fun of things or you can make things sound cute. For example, tutor is a bag, right? Tuition is, you know what I'm trying to say? In exam it's not important, in real life it's important. Okay, so any questions what I just said? Okay. So this is similarly, so how you have definite articles, bestimmte articles. So here we learned definite article or bestimmte article. You also have unbestimmte article. So it's easier. So it's ein for masculine and neutrum, and it's einer for feminine. And what about plural? It does not exist. Okay, there is nothing. We don't have that for plural. We also don't have that in English if you think carefully. For example, a star, the star, but you don't have any pronoun for stars, right? You just say stars. There is no pronoun. Sorry, there is no article for it. What I want to do guys, any article that you learn, this is what the spanner is saying. Any article that you learn, please learn with the correct nominative article. Throughout the course, whenever I ask you for a German noun, you should give it to me with the article. Okay. Then similarly, you have negationsartikel, like for example, kein, keiner, kein. So for example, you have a star, you can say you can have a star, you can say the star, and then you can have no star, right? Like there are no stars in my universe. So so if it's like it's just one, and if it is masculine, you will use kein. If it is neutrum, it's also kein. Feminine, you have to use keiner. For plural, it is keiner. Question what I just said, guys. It's not that difficult, to remember. Okay. I'll just tell you guys so that any questions. Do I have to repeat this, guys? Just raise your hand if you want me to. No, right? Then I will not repeat. Okay. Homework. I don't know if you want to do it. What I mean by okay, don't do this homework. It's not important. I will tell not important. Now, what is the homework for you? Guys, I had requested you last time to make a list of stuff that you can find in your room. I hope you did that. Now, what you have to do is, for example, you made a list like, so right now, I believe either you are sitting on a chair or you're sitting on your sofa or you're sitting on your bed. So stool is chair, dish is like where your laptop is if you're sitting on a chair. And now you have to learn, now you have to learn each of these nouns again with the correct article. For example, table is masculine, cup is feminine, right? Tasse. Just learn I say learn the genders. What do I mean? Learn the correct article. I can actually make a very pretty presentation, like with photos and gender of everything that you need, but it's not the best use of your and my time. Okay. Now, after you have done this, one more homework for you. So what you have to do is, so you have to play this game. Whenever you look at something, again, many of you may find it silly because you already have a bachelor's degree, and but this homework is important. Just look at every object, and in your head you go, was is das? In your head, and then you answer the question, das ist. So you can say ein when it is masculine or neutral. You can say eine when it is feminine. Is it clear what the homework is, guys? So right now where you're sitting, just look around, any object that that is in your, you can see, and just ask this question in your head, was ist das? And then try to answer, das ist, ein, blah, blah, or eine, blah, blah. Okay. Then try to ask this question, ist das ein or eine, blah, blah? And then try to answer the question again, ja, das ist, nein, das ist kein. Is it clear, guys, the homework? Anyone has any question about the homework? For example, I look at my table and I say, was ist das? And I will say, das ist ein Tisch. And then I will say, ist das ein Tisch? Then either I will say, ja, das ist ein Tisch. Let's say if I look at my table and I say, ist das ein Stuhl? And I will say, nein, das ist kein Stuhl. Das ist ein Stuhl. Sorry, das ist ein Tisch. Is it clear what the homework is? This homework sounds very silly, but if you do it, it will do wonders for you. After you have done that, just do this homework. Das ist instead of, so you have already done this, right? With the in unbestimmte article, like das ist ein. Now do the same homework. If I ask was ist das, don't just say ein, eine. Even if it's a random thing, I mean, normally we use the for like things which are like definite, right? For example, the sun, the month, the moon, the earth, right? But you for now use it for uh, like not normal things as well. So das ist der Stuhl, das ist die Tasse, das ist das Zimmer, okay? And do it the same. The same, use the same, the blah blah will remain the same, only the article will change. Okay, do this homework. And for this, make a list of places you go during your week. For example, swimming pool, supermarket, train station, tram station, wherever you want to go. Places that you go to, toilet, we all go to. Then make a list of for example, the if you're in Germany, you must have, if you don't have, you have this Keller, right, in your basement where you keep your stuff, or maybe there is the washing machine over there. So okay, make a list of places you go to. Question?
No.
Okay, now the next is become a guide. So this will not happen to you, and you will never need this. For example, I never ask someone for directions. I use Google Maps and I go. But let's say you are in a situation, you don't know where to go, right? And then you will ask, where do I, so how do I go there? So they will say, go left, go right, go straight. That's all the people say, right? So gehen Sie rechts is go right, gehen Sie links is go left, gehen Sie geradeaus is go straight. Okay. Now the reason you can, for example, here you are being completely formal, when you are giving directions. If you don't want to use Z, if you want to use do, the verb will change differently. And I don't want you to learn that, because it will never, like, you don't need that often. So just learn with the formal one. Gehen Sie links, gehen Sie rechts, gehen Sie geradeaus. And how you can practice this, if you really want to practice, what you can do, just look at any object in your room and think, if you have to take it, how do you take it to the front of the door? If someone is standing in front of you and he was like, okay, if I have to show the door to this guy, I don't like talking to this person. In your head, how will you say? So in your head, you will say, gehen Sie bitte links, gehen Sie bitte rechts, gehen Sie geradeaus. This also actually happened with me. I think once I was having lunch with someone, like with few people, and I just said, like, someone ordered something, I think palm or something, and I said, can I have something from your plate? And that she said, gehen Sie bitte links, because like she said go left because that's where the door was. She did not want to share her pomos with me. It's what I'm trying to say. You can use it. That's how you can practice it. Okay. For example, your kid or someone comes to you, ask for money, just say gehen Sie bitte links. Just wherever the door is. Okay. Learn to pronounce this if you can, but not in terms of like on their own. Try to see, just look for words. For example, what is breakfast, guys, in German? Breakfast?
Frühstück.
So this is the spelling for, right? Learn to say things like this. Okay, Frühstück. Okay, or Köln, right? Or Uber, right? See if you can. And I think you'll have difficulty with this one, but the other ones are really easy. Okay, so I think this one is really fine, right? I mean, Ernährung, I mean, so this is obvious, right? So how do you say umlaut? You just you try to say air in English without the R part, air. Okay. How do you say Uber? Just say it like this. Sorry, it's like this. Okay. Just say
You.
Okay, yeah. Or you can
You.
just say oh, it's still fine. Okay. I have seen people, I had supervisor, they said like fumf instead of saying fumf. So you can also say oh, it's fine. But see if you can say, you. Okay, so it's not you, it's you. Okay, so first you, then e. Now only people say it like this, you. Don't say that. Questions? No questions. Think we have enough time. Let's talk about numbers, and let me maybe let me get your interest. Let's see if I can tell you how to count from 0 to my salary in German language. I believe now I have your interest. Let me see if I can go to full screen. The screen is still visible, guys, right? Maybe thumbs up if you can still see the screen. Thank you very much. Let's start with the salary, right? So the goal of this session is that, so you don't have to learn to count till millions or billions. I mean, maybe I hope someday you become richer than Jeff Bezos, but as far as you can count till your salary, German is good enough. Let's see if we can do that very quickly. So in the beginning, some things you have to learn by heart. So you start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, just learn it. Sing this when you are in shower, whatever you're doing. Just learn these things by heart. Once you have done that, 1 to 12, 0 to 12, then from 13 to 19, there's this formula. So what do you do is you write 13 as 3 plus 10. And what is 3? You already know. So 3 is dry and 10 is 10. So dry, 10. What about 14? You write 4 and then 10. And what is 4? Fear. And what is 10? 10, right? Fear, 10. Clear so far? Now, two exceptions when you have 16, 17, right? So if I have to write 16, I will say 6 plus 10. So 6 is 6 and then 10. So normally it should be, as per the law, like the rule that we are following, it should be 6 10, but it is 6 10. Okay. Now you're wondering, man, German is so boring. It's not. It's no. You might be saying German is difficult. No, it is not. For example, in English, when you say 40, it's FORTY, right? It's not FOURTY. So English is also equally difficult. Similarly with 17, so it's not 17, it's 17. Okay, I hope you could follow. 18, 19, obvious, right? 8 plus 10, 10. 9 plus 10, 19, 9. Clear so far? Questions? Let's see. Now you can use the similar rule to say from 20 to 90. So how do you say? So it's very similar. So 2 and then so the rule is a little bit. Let's see if you can follow, right? So you say 2 and that is 2 sich. Let's focus on something that's like this, right? 80 is 8 and 0. So you say 8 sich, 9 sich, 5 sich, 4 sich. Of course, there are 4 exceptions. So as usual, so it's not 6 sich, it's 6 sich, 7 sich, 3 sich. Here you have to use this, something which looks like beta, but it's not beta, guys. It's SZ. It's called SZ, 3 sich, and not 2 sich, 20. Okay. So just 4 exceptions, but you can remember, right? It's very obvious, right? And here be careful, it's 3 sich. Now, depending on your city, some people may say Zik instead of Zish. So they may say Fumsik. Okay. Depending on your city, be careful how they speak and just use that one. Okay. So some people say it is Zish, some people say Sik. Any questions? No questions. Now you can actually count like anything between 1 to 99. Let's see if we can do that. Let's ignore 31, 41. Just look at 32, right? So how do you say 32? You say 2. So let's look at this rule, right? 56. So you have 50 and 6. Okay. So how do you say 6? 6. How do you say 50? You say 50. And you add the word und, that means and, 6 und 50. Okay. How do you say 39? You say 9 und 30. 38, 8 und 30. Okay, you can follow this rule like from like 32 to 39, like, or 21 to 29 only for this one, right? So for 31 or 41, so you normally, like as per the rule that I'm giving you, you should say 1 und 30, but normally it's you remove the s and you say 1 und 30. This is one exception. Can someone tell me how do I say 61?
61.
61.
Correct. How do I say 88?
8 und 6.
Right? Correct. Aktun Aksich or Aktun Aksik, depending on your city or state, right? So it's clear so far. So you can actually count from 1 to 99 now. We have to go upward, right? So 100, 200, it's very simple. Again, so 200, 300, 400, 900, and it's obvious. Only for this one you have to be careful. It's not 100, it's 100. Okay, be careful. It's 100. Any questions? No question. Now you can actually count till 999, like three nines. How do you say 1110? So you take 100 and then 10. 100 plus 10 is 110. And you say this part 100, same. 101, 100 plus 1, 100 eins. 165, for example. So you separate it in as many parts that you can speak already. For example, if you will say, okay, why did you not divide this into like 100, 60, and then 5? But you already know how to say 65, right? And why should I divide it, so I hope you get the idea, right? So why didn't I write 100 plus 60 plus 5? Because you know how to say 65, right? So 100, 50, 65 is 65. 140, 140. You can apply this rule to any number. How do I say this number, guys? 999. Anyone?
900,
996.
Correct. It's fine if all of you try to answer. That's not a problem. Those who just join, guys, if you can try to join on time because you'll miss a lot of things. Now, let's look at, so we can count till 999. Let's move up. We have to go to my salary, right? That's the important part. That's what you're waiting for, and I'm waiting for. So 1000. Okay, so it's obvious. The rule: zwei, 1000, drei, 1000, vier, 1000, fünf, 1000. I think it's obvious. Just for this one, it's not 1000, it's 1000. Okay, I hope you know that. You can follow this exception. Now we can count till 9000. You can actually count till 100,000 now, guys. You just have to remember, how many thousand. So how do I say this, guys? 100,000. How do I say 100,000 in German?
100,000.
100,000, right? Or how?
900,000.
Yeah, 900 or 100,000, or this is actually what is billion, right, in German. So, or sorry, million, right? This is million in English and also in German, and billion. Right?
No, it's not million.
Okay, I apologize. What is it then?
100,000 in English, 900,000 in Dutch.
Okay, the million is different, right? Okay, and then maybe I didn't know that.
One more zero.
One more. I forgot. 6 zeros is million. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. My excuse is my salary is not 1 million, so I don't know how to say. I don't know how many zeros are there. But no, I know it's 6 zeros. I apologize. So it's 6 zeros is 1 million. Okay. Uh, so all you have to remember is how many thousand. Okay, we feel 1,000. Now let's see how you can go back to let's go back to counting from 1001 onwards. So this one is obvious. You separate this into as many parts which you can say. So you can say 1,000, you can say 1. 1,001. 1,011. This is 1,111. Okay. I can actually count till almost any number that is relevant to my life, so actually most of your lives, unless you are a day trader. So how do you count this number? Can someone just read this number for me? I'll let Rishi read.
So 45 ist 1000, 520, so 52, sorry.
Right. So, so I hope it is obvious, right? So you divide this into as many parts as you can, and then you try to read. By the way, this is the salary, I think 1 month ago, this was the salary which you needed to get a blue card in the occupation field of mathematics, So like people where there is less people in Germany, like who can take this job. This number.
58,400.
Okay. Again, I think 2 months ago, this was the limit. So if if you take a job which is for which there is scarcity of the people who can do this job, then this was the limit for blue card, and this was the limit for any other job, for which there is no scarcity of the workforce. Now about the salary, right? My salary. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3. I hope you can read this. So if you're still reading to find out what my salary is, then I want to say, can someone read this for me?
In Deutschland redet man über Gehalt nicht.
Correct. I hope you know that, right? What it means. So this
Yeah.
is in German culture. We don't talk about. I mean, people talk. I mean, if you are my friend, I'll tell you what my salary is, just to make you feel bad, or that your salary is less than me, or maybe make you feel bad because you are earning way too much more than me, and I still have to pay for the food that we bought last on Friday. Okay, that's it. Numbers, guys. I think you can continue, like go more than this, but I don't think any of you. I mean, you can actually count till like 100,000. You can count till, I believe. I think you can count till million now. So I hope that is enough numbers for you. Uh, what you should do, take away from these numbers, guys, you should be able to say like your year that you were born. You can say, you should be say like 1995. How do you say 1995? 1995. Okay, you don't say 1995. Okay, you don't, even in English you don't say, right, 1000, I was born in 1995. You just say 1995, right? Or you just say 95 or 95 or 93 or 96. I hope you get the idea. uh, let's see, we are done with the numbers. We have 8 minutes left. Before I do that, guys, regarding the slides, I uploaded this on the channel, but I believe very few of you went through them, which I don't like. So what I will do is, I will just send the slides in the form of a newsletter so that you can go through them. You don't have to watch any video. For that, I will post a link in the group today, and you can just, I mean, it's like any other newsletter. You subscribe, of course it's free. You can just subscribe. Of course you can unsubscribe at any point. You don't want to hear from me, just unsubscribe. And there I will send you, all the slides or anything that I think is important for you to learn German, or anything, I think is, if I see some job advertisement or something else, I'll just send it to you. If you can subscribe, I will. I hope you get the idea what I'm trying to say. Let's play the game, guys. I hope the homework is clear. Let's look at the homework first. So make a list of places that in your city that are important for you. For example, bank, ATM, blah blah blah, and learn the German words. Okay, with the correct article. Okay, if you can, if you can buy an A1 course book, please do it, or Arbeitsbook, or book. It's nice to have a book. If you cannot, see if you can find it online through a legal source. So that you don't, and have a book and try to read the vocabulary. Okay, learn to say this: Wie heißt blah blah of Deutsch. So this means, uh, if I, let's say, if I say something in English and you want to ask like what is it in German, so you will say wie heißt blah blah of Deutsch, or you can just point to the object and wie heißt das auf Deutsch. Learn to say this. Okay, and I think this is obvious. You can go through it. Let's play the game, guys. We have 6 minutes left. I think it's zoomed enough. So for those who are attending the session for the first time, one important homework for you is buy a book. In that book, divide the page into 4 parts. First part is for nouns, second part is for verbs, third part is for adjectives, articles, fourth part is for phrases. Okay, keep writing in this book every day, and after 6 months you will have your own personal vocabulary that is built for your life. Okay, let's very quickly tell me what this means. Beschreiben. What does beschreiben
To
mean?
describe.
Correct. What is benennen? Benennen, guys. Let's say, I come to you, and let's say you and I are on a having a debate on a news channel. Okay, and I tell you, my party, they did so many things, like so many things. I can, what will you tell me? What is the question?
Praising.
Sorry.
Come to the point.
No, I mean, come to the point, or like one thing we'll say, like name 3, right? Name 3 things that your party did, right? So to name something, it's nennen, and benennen is like, for example, is to name. Wie wird das benannt? Is it clear what I'm trying to say? So there is this verb nennen. Nennen
Okay.
is to, for example,
List 3 of them. List.
yeah. So again, this example that I gave, it's a very extreme example, but nennen normally means to name. Okay, for example, for example, in your family, you have a nickname, right? So you may say like, they call me, let's say for example, Chiku, right? So the nennen means Chiku. You know what I'm trying to say? So this is also what it means. Benennen also means the same, But benennen is kind of like, benennen is like how is something referred to. Okay, again, you can use them interchangeably. No one is going to point out your mistake, but see if you can understand the difference between nennen and benennen. Okay. Uh, Next one, bleiben,
To stay.
to stay. Correct. Beantworten, antworten, difference and meaning, guys. The difference is very subtle. Yeah. Anyone?
Replying,
Which one?
And antworten
antworten.
And what is
to answer.
beantworten?
Beantworten, I think answering.
So they both can mean reply, they both can mean answer, but the difference is antworten. For example, let's say if let's say you have these movies, right, where there is a couple fighting and one couple is like, answer me, then it will be antwortemish. Okay. Now the other in the fight of the couple, the one person is saying, answer my question, answer my question. Then he or she has to use beantworte meine Frage. See the difference? So when the object is a person, it is antworten. When the object is not a person, it is beantworten. Is it clear? For example, reply to my email, beantworten. Reply to me, antworten. Clear? Questions? Again, in real life, it's not that big a deal, if you use them interchangeably. But see, if this is where the beauty of German lies. You just check the question. No question. Very quickly, guys. Geschäft.
Shop or
Okay.
business.
Yeah, both. Yeah. Let me look at this. So adjectives. Learn as many adjectives as you can. We have again, guys. I think the call will end. So let me just say thank you. Thank you very much for joining on time. I hope you learned something. Please do the homework, and if you can, I don't know, watch the videos on the channel, like them or share with them. Again, let's continue. The call will end at any time, guys. That's why I had to say that. What is schwer and what is schwierig?
Schwer, heavy.
Okay, yes,
Schwerish,
schwierig.
difficult.
Schwierig is
Schwerish, difficult. Schwer,
not
heavy
schwierig,
by
schwierig. Okay, schwierig. Correct.
Swedish.
Schwierig is
Okay.
difficult. Schwer. Vorgestern, gestern, heute, morgen, übermorgen. Very quickly.
Vorgestern, day before yesterday. Gestern, yesterday. Heute, today. Morgen, tomorrow. Übermorgen, day after tomorrow.
Okay, geöffnet, geschlossen.
To open, to close.
Okay. Now you don't have to, like, you can someone give, just learn, try to use the, you know how to, the verb sein, just say, what is open, what is closed. I think the call will end. So yeah, there is no point in going. I'll share the link for the newsletter and you can subscribe, and then I will send you the screen. What is Vorsicht? Entschuldigung?
For this
Excuse me.
warning or
Excuse me,
caution.
Vorsicht is careful.